suffering a head injury 30 years ago. Amaryllis Fraser believes it opened a gateway to communicating with the dead.
Yeah, describing herself as an upmarket cleaning lady, very good. She is now the person A-listers call to banish bad energy and even spirits from their homes, and she joins us now. Hiya.
Hi, lovely to
Amaryllis.
meet you.
Lovely to meet you both.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thank you for coming on. So this all happened 30 years ago. You're quite young.
Very young.
And you had a car accident.
Spun on black ice, flipped the car over, and my head went through the window
Oh, my
and so
goodness.
split across here. And after
Any
that,
memories of that, Amaryllis?
I remember the whole thing.
No way.
I
Yeah.
remember the spin, travelling 20 feet upside down on a hedge, going through the window, seeing a man drive straight past and then flagging another guy down. And my mother runs into the ambulance going, "Darling, you just got the Kenko commercial." I was modelling at the time. I'm like, I don't think so, with sort of ear pierced. But it opened up this whole different way of thinking, which was terrifying. But actually, I've been so lucky with who I've met, who've guided me and taught me how to control it. It was like the boy in the Sixth Sense movie with Bruce Willis.
This is unbelievable.
And it was terrifying. But I now realise that actually we all have a little bit of this.
So this is is it the penal?
Yes.
The penal,
yeah,
which is the people call the third eye.
Exactly, the third eye.
Explain that to us.
So the prefrontal cortex here is the part in everyone's brain that holds intuition.
Yeah.
And because mine was opened up, it's made that filter slightly more aware, so I can pick up on different sort of...
Which is the third eye.
Which is third eye, exactly.
Can we go back? So you're in hospital. When did you notice something was not right or different?
Probably the following week. I was sort of sleeping a lot and recovering broken ribs and collarbone. And then I just started seeing, like that boy in the movie, spirit, energy, shadows, and then I could start hearing. And you think you're going mad. I'm like, oh, I'm having a breakdown. What's going on? And I knew it was right because I would see it in the papers the next day, or I would say to somebody something and it would then happen a few hours later. And so luckily I was teaching Montessori as well at the time in a nursery school. And one of the teachers said to me, "I don't think you're having a breakdown, I think you're psychic." And I said, "I don't really believe in psychics, you know." And she said, "Why don't you go and meet my mother, who's a Reiki healer?"
Yeah.
And so I walked in, really reluctant, 19, wanting to act and do different things.
You want to do your thing?
I want to do my thing.
You're only 19.
I know. And so I walk in and sort of, she does a healing on me and I'm lying there. And this man appears, as vivid as you guys, sitting here, and he's in jeans and a T-shirt, and he said, "My name's John, I died of cancer 4 months ago. I'm this woman's cousin, and I need you to tell her I'm in the room." And I'm like, oh, no. I'm really, this is terrifying. And not to mention, you think this is not normal. And so he said, "I dare you." So he stepped forward towards me, and I thought, oh, I'll just do it. So I told her the message. It was true. Her cousin had died, was that name. And she was amazing, and she became my mentor. But she said to me that day, "You'll help people all over the world, and you'll give them healing, and you'll be able to explain how they can just ground themselves." And I just said, "I'm going to be an actress." And I stormed out, having a kind of teenage
It's almost a
tantrum.
curse, I imagine.
It was.
As well. I mean, I
don't want to be involved
You're 19,
in this.
you don't want these people in
It
your
was
head.
such a curse. You don't want to be in a party or a club and you can feel everything. It's not the place.
Unbelievable.
But she was brilliant because she became a teacher to me, and I was back in her office after having the tantrum, and I was back a week later, and she then sent me to the College of Psychic Studies, who...
How does it work? Is it that vivid? I didn't know it was that vivid that you actually genuinely see people.
It used to be at that age.
Do you get? Has it?
I've blocked that.
Okay.
So you can control it now.
How
I
does it
can
work
control
now? You hear voices, or you sense things, or how does it work?
I sense things like a knowing. When you wake up and you've just got this good gut instinct. I know I need to make that deal, or I know that person's going to be good. So it's more of an instinctive intuition. And sometimes I might see like a vivid image, like when you're going to a cinema, looking at a screen and you're seeing something. And then I'll describe that screen to a client. So I might say, "Oh, I keep seeing Paris, the Eiffel Tower, and I see contracts." And they'll say, "Oh, I've just got a job contract. I'm not sure to take it. It's in Paris, and I was thinking." And I'll then sense, oh, well, that's a good thing. So,
Okay. So this has now evolved into helping others.
Yeah.
And you literally go into people's house and you clear the house from bad energy, negative energy,
Yeah.
or spirits and things like that.
Yeah.
How does it work? Tell us, how
Yeah.
do you clear a house?
So at first I'll walk into the building, and sometimes all buildings are different. So some are really obvious. I'll feel this heavy vibration. And it's
Straight away.
almost straight away. And
Is
then
that to do with the
some-
age of the building or just...
a lot of it is to do with how old it is
Yeah.
or what's happened or even the land that was there before.
Okay.
And it's a bit like, you know, when you walk into a room and you can feel slight temperature drop.
Yes.
So I'll feel a real temperature drop due to my sensitivity. And then I will hear, not an external voice or voices in my head, but it's like another knowing. And I'll sort of be having a story playing out in my head of, OK, we're in a house. And there was one house I did a while ago, and there were no spirits or stuck energy of that kind. But I walked in and I felt really angry and depressed. So the emotion will get imprinted. And I said to the client, look, this house has been bought from a couple who were in an acrimonious divorce. And they were like, yes, we're fighting. And I've never fought with my husband before. And it's really weird. This is why you called you. And so we can just leave energy. So it's a bit like a bad vibe. You know, when you guys go to a party, you might be really drawn to someone.
Yes.
Or, oh, I'm not sure. I don't want to talk to that person. Or I feel a little bit more
It's the same thing.
resistance. So it's exactly the same thing, but just on a kind of much more deep level.
And you said earlier that everyone can kind of feel this energy.
Yeah.
How do we harness it? How do we do that?
I think that's through intention, always intention, and meditation is brilliant. And somatic work, so breath work, you know how everyone's talking about doing breathing,
Yes.
box breathing. I do breathing every day, and I work with an amazing coach.
It's good, isn't it?
It's so
I never
brilliant.
do it. And then every
Love
now and
to do
again, found myself on the back of a bike the other day, a taxi bike, and I
Yeah.
just went, I'm just going to breathe for a bit, because I was like, and it does work, doesn't it?
It's so
What
brilliant.
does it do? Just open you up?
It opens you up, but it centers you, and you have these chakra systems, energy points. And so through breath, like box breathing, like you were saying, if you're doing, say, 5-5-5, in for 5, hold for 5, out for 5, you physically get back in your body, and then you're coherent. And so we have left brain, intellect, right brain, creativity. And what the breathing does is it just sort of simplifies the energy system to align, and then we can get clarity.
Oh, wow.
Can you tell if we're where we are in terms of our energy?
With you both,
By
yeah.
shutting, is it shutting your eyes and just standing up? Is that right?
Yes, yeah, somatics. I was going to show you a somatic work,
show
which
us.
is brilliant.
Go on,
so,
show us.
So if you guys stand up
Yeah.
Yeah.
and you have your feet slightly hip width apart, you place your hand here, and we're just going to ask a yes and no question. So either you might be the same, you might be different. So you're going to ask, is my name Dermot? Is my name Alison? And you might feel like you'll sway forward or back. So I'll just do an example. So I'll say, I'm really relaxed, grounding your body, imagining your feet are really flat. Is my name Amaryllis? And I just feel like I'm moving forward. I'm then exaggerating slightly because I'm then going with it. And then I'll say, is my name Alison? And I can immediately feel I'm falling back. So you just ask that out loud.
Is my
Is my
name
name
Alison? Oh, yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Going forward.
Yeah.
Is my name Dermot?
Is my name Alison?
Oh, I did.
So
How weird is that?
So the more you practice with that somatics, the more you're getting your brain into alignment. So it's like vagus nerve. So vagus nerve is being in a relaxed state. And everyone gets stressed. Everyone has, you know, adversity going on in life. And so I teach these techniques, and I will then tune into a person and say, oh, I'm picking up that there might be a thyroid issue. So let's look at the throat chakra. Obviously, everyone needs to go to a doctor to get checked, and it always will come up. But I'll explain how they can do a breath exercise to release energy, because the body keeps the score. I think there's a brilliant book called The Body Keeps the Score, and it just explains.
You've got a book in you. Just very briefly, how do you deal with the cynicism of this?
I think cynicism is so helpful. I mean, my family called me the reluctant healer. But I think that stories are actually what give proof. So if there's cynicism, I don't ever want to put my opinion on. It's only my truth. If someone doesn't believe, I've never in 30 years had cynicism because people who come to me are already open.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I think being open and just understanding that everyone is psychic. I really don't like the word psychic. It's just heightened intuition.
Yeah,
but you two have an energy where you'll probably know, oh, I think Dermot's going to call, and he calls you.
Yeah.
Or that, so everyone kind of builds up this energetic
It's
imprint.
fascinating,
Thank
Marissa.
you.
Thank you so
Lovely
much.
Pleasure. It was so lovely to meet you both.
And you too.
Thank you so much for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload new content every single day, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you in the morning.